Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the key steps you need to take after uploading your video. If you are like most of us new and small YouTubers that are, serious about growing our channel, but we've missed some major key steps afterwards, then you want to listen to this video. A lot of us, we have our video and it has everything it needs to have. We go ahead and schedule it. Once it's published, share it a few times, and we go on our way, only to find out when we come back to the video, we see that it is not performing well, not many views, maybe a few likes, and not many comments. And we go to wonder, like, where did we go wrong? Like many of us, a lot of us have made that same mistake that, we'll upload the video, share it, and it'll do well. There are many steps you need to do after uploading your video that's just as important as the video. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The first thing that you need to do is when you are done editing your video, whether using CapCut, whatever editor that you're using, you need to go ahead and save that file name like the title. So if you're doing a title of how to make apple pie, you want to go ahead and save that file name as how to make apple pie. A lot of times people argue that it's not that important, but it really is. It's listed on that description of your video. So if you think about it, if someone was searching for how to make an apple pie and it came up on YouTube, the YouTube or Google search, you want to go ahead and make sure your video comes up in that search, giving your video more chances to be successful and viewed. And it performed well. So definitely make sure that you just save, once you're done editing it, save the file name. Instead of that number, you just rename it as the title of your video. Okay, so really easy to do. As we're talking about title, the next thing you want to do as well is make sure you have an interesting title and thumbnail, because that's what draws your audience curiosity. You want them to be engaged and want to know more about the video. Like, oh my goodness, I want to know what's that about. So you kind of want to draw the attention and the curiosity from that title. So, a lot of times what you can do, if you have channels that's similar to what you do, you can go ahead to those other channels and see, what type of titles they're using that has helped them. And you don't have to do exactly what they do, but you could do something similar. Just to, use a title, even like some of their thumbnails, just to get you, like, you want to use those keywords, things that people search, things that would come up that would bring your title up. So you want to definitely use that using the search engine optimization, different keywords that'll come up when people are searching for you. So those are very important when it comes to title. You don't want to have a title that's just like this. Like, you need to have something that people are searching for in a searchable way. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a question, but it can come up with using keywords, if that makes sense. So, people search for how to cook this. You may want to say, cook and, something else using, words that people are searching for with that particular topic. So that's what I would say would be the next thing you'd want to do. The next thing is really important, is description. I think a lot of times we all kind of just, let it go, be and type in a little something. But if you really want to maximize and make sure your video performs well, you want to go ahead and include a description in your video, like right there when you're uploading it. Put a description. What I've been doing is using ChatGPT. So I just use the subtitles, cut and paste it, and then type it right into ChatGPT, paste it right in there. And then you can type in a description to my audience of what this video is about, and have them put it in their own words, and then take that and put that right in the description. And it gives your audience a chance to kind of know what the video is about, more detailed, put some search, engine optimization words in there, but things that make them click. So it's just not bare, have a nice description if you can, be creative, use some keywords. This way it gives your chances of your video to perform better. So you want to do that. The next thing I want to say is links. Links is so important, and I think a lot of times we sleep on this as well. But you want to put a link in there. Like if it's just a link to your next video with the same topic or same, different, same type of things, you want to go ahead and list that too. That's important. You know, even if you have a playlist, you could list a link to the playlist. They call like deep links, links that will actually give you a chance for your audience to look at more of your content instead of like looking to the right of the video and they're seeing, you know, a whole nother channel, and they're going to just leave your channel after this because they can't find anything else and they're not really wanting to go and like search all over the place for one. So go ahead and just put in there, you know, the playlist for the type of content that they're looking at that you have. And this way they can click right onto that, or it'll pop right up on that next video. So this way they'll stay on your page longer, and that creates, you know, more view hours, watch time for you, and engagement too. So, you know, if they leave like comments and things like that. So you want to make things, you know, work better for you, because why send them off to the next channel if they can stay longer and get more beneficial content that you already have. So that's the next thing you want to do. The next thing that you do want to do is make sure that you do have your playlist. Like, that's so important. I think I said that in my last couple videos, but make sure you create a playlist. Make sure you have a playlist for everything. So like for me, I have playlists for YouTube Grove. I have like popular videos. I have faith videos. I have inspirational playlists. So I have all different type of content topics so that people don't have to like jump all around. They can just look at whatever topic they want to watch. They can just go right on to it. So make sure that you are doing that. You also want to add hashtags. I know people say, oh, hashtags, but people still are finding, you know, your content from hashtags, believe it or not. I've heard, you know, people say hashtags, don't use hashtags because it sends people, but I've seen it work for me. So I would say use hashtags. I use 3 to 5, but you can use up to 60. So make sure that it is, you know, into what your video is about. So if your video is about cooking, put cooking, or how to make, or, you know, things like that. You don't want to just like say something that doesn't have anything to do with your video. Make sure that you use the hashtags, but make sure that it's relatable to your content. So you want to make sure you do that. The next thing, and I talk about it so much, is thumbnails. Thumbnails. Those thumbnails are so important. I myself find myself like, oh my God, was this a good idea? Should I redo it? I use the YouTube Studio comparison, and it gives you like 3 options. You put in the one, and they find like what looks better, and then you can choose for those, like choose and comparison tool. So you can actually use that. If you're like me and not really good with making thumbnails, you can use that. They make it for you. There are a lot of apps that create thumbnails, or I use PicArt. I think I was telling you guys on my last video, I use actually PicArt. I just do a video like this one here, and then I just take a picture, and then I put some key components of what the video's about and title, you know, on the video, and then I basically use that as a thumbnail. So, I mean, if you are not just like the thumbnail expert yet, but you still just don't want to pay, and you could just do that. That's definitely an option. And if you find like you don't like a thumbnail, you can always change it. You could just go to edit and then replace the new thumbnail from the old one, you know, so you don't have to stick with that thumbnail. If you don't like that and you think like, I don't really like this thumbnail, change it. It's not too late, you know, just go ahead and change it. Other than that, you definitely want to add that video to the playlist. Okay, so if it's a video about health or cooking, go ahead and add it under your playlist about health or your playlist about cooking, because people will want to be able to go right from that video to the next video, so they can just easily click on it, you know, and it's there if they want to view it later, you know, so they're not all like searching for it, you know, they can just go right onto the playlist and then they'll see it right there, and then they can look at other ones as well. So that's the next thing. And then other than that, you do want to add tags so people will still be able to find you. So you could put the tags, you know, SEO, you know, if you're doing cooking, like I said, cooking, lifestyle, health, you know, but you also want to list those tags. I mean, people say sometimes all these don't matter, but it really does help. I'm seeing that it's helping a lot of other content creators. So I'm going to say they're there for a reason. They're listed, you know, on the upload section. So go ahead and put the tags on there. You know, why not? If they're there and it can help your video perform, do it, you know? It makes sense. Other than that, the next thing I would definitely say to do is put the end screen. That is important. I can say I have not always done that, but it is important. I would not give, you know, but 1 or 2 options, you know, what they should watch next. If it's a certain type of content, go ahead and put the next 2 videos that are pertaining to the content that they just viewed, because you don't want them to be like, oh, okay, I don't know what I want to watch, so I'm just going to click off. Maybe even put one video that's, you know, you've known that has been popular with your community that maybe they would enjoy, because you want them to see, you know, the next video. You don't want them to click off and go to the next person's channel. If they could watch another video, if they just enjoyed the one you just did, go ahead and put, you know, the end screen for the next video so they can go ahead and view that one. So helps keep them, you know, on the platform longer with you, and then they're able to, you know, get more in tune with your content. So it's a good idea to do. Definitely use the end screen option. You could go right there on the YouTube Studio, and then you just add end screen for your video, and then select the video that you want to use. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and privatize your video and schedule it. I would say 2 to 24 hours. This gives YouTube a chance to know what your video is about, who to show it to, you know, and this way, you know, your video goes to the right audience, you know, and to make sure that it performs well. So this way you're not just throwing it out there. I mentioned that before. We always like to do that, especially as new content creators. We got to get it out there. But, you know, 2 to 24 hours won't hurt you. You know, it gives you a chance to have YouTube, you know, figure out what it's about and analyze it and go ahead and get it to the right audience. So next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and add subtitles. You want to make sure that you add language. You want to add every language of the countries that you think that you have audience that are looking for your content. You want to add those particular languages on for the subtitles. So this way, if they don't understand your English, they'll have a chance to view your content. Obviously, that gives you more diversity and the ability to have more people view your content. So you definitely want to do that. Next thing you want to do is go to your second channel. I think we all have it. It's like a dummy channel that you just made up, and it probably doesn't have many or any type of use other than just that. It just goes to your channel. This way, it's totally nothing wrong with it. You're just going to view your video, make sure that, you know, everything looks the way you want it to look. You could go ahead and even like it, maybe add a comment. I know it sounds crazy, but it does give you engagement, and you're able to kind of see, you know, from another channel, you know, what people are seeing, you know, versus it just being from your direct channel, if that makes sense. So it's a good idea. Most people do it, but it does draw engagement, and obviously, you know, you made a comment, so that's a really good thing just to get it started, get it in motion, they say. So you want to do that. And then the next thing I always say is shorts. Shorts is a good way to get views. It's a good way to grow your platform. Some of us that do long form content is not so big on shorts, but you know, if you have that flexibility to do shorts, do shorts. If you have shorts or you haven't done any shorts, you know, you can do shorts about what the video is going to be about. But the main thing is that you want to do is you want to connect that short. So you want to put related video, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. You go to related video, and then basically what you do is you link that long form video that you just did to that short. So this gives your video a chance to perform better. Obviously, so everybody don't watch long form, so you know, they're able to kind of look at the short and say, okay, I may check the video out. You never know, but it could help, you know, it doesn't hurt it. So I always say that. Or if you have a lot of short form content, you could put a lot of different videos and link that new video right onto that long form video. So it gives it a chance to perform better, you know, so that is really a good idea to do that. And then other than that is engage. I always say engage, engage, engage. If you get any comments, even if it's thank you, even if it's nice, you know, maybe say, you know, what did you like about it? You know, engage with your audience. You know, obviously they're there for a reason. You're happy that they took time out of their day to, you know, watch your content. So you want to engage with them, let them know that you are, you know, thankful that they, you know, viewed your video, you would love for them to come back if they have any questions, you know, but definitely engage with them. You know, engagement is really, that's how you grow your channel. It's that connection with each other. And that's really the big part of it, is engaging and connecting. You know, I see so many, and they can do that because they're bigger channels. They never say anything or respond to their, you know, their audience. But that is so important. You want to respond, you want to connect. You know, that is really what, you know, growth is about. It's about connecting and making those connections and building your audience, building your community. So I hope that this was helpful. If you like this type of content, I do YouTube growth, I do how to do inspirational videos, faith videos, mommy and me. Go ahead and subscribe, like, share this video, and then comment the name of your video in the comments, what it's about. Let's grow together. Peace and love, guys.